Hey everyone, what's up? So, okay, today we're going to be playing this level, Sonic Wave Infinity Slithium version. If you guys don't know, some backstory on this real quick. The Zanny version actually became unofficial for a very short period of time, and Slithium was set to be the verifier, and he made this version, which is similar to Minecraft's version, except nerfed, obviously, because Minecraft's version is crazy. But yeah, that's the basics on it. It got canceled because, Zanny started, he was going, and anyway, I'm here today because some people say that this is harder than AOD. I don't know who those people are. Decult private. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna get into this right now, and we are gonna see. This is gonna be my unbiased opinion. I'm not the best person to judge this, so I'm sorry. We're getting in, starting with the pre-drop. We're gonna do this in sections. I'm going to do the pre-drop, talk about it, then go on to the, so forth. So far, this is easy, obviously. Oh, hey. Yeah, that's not really much different from the version. Sorry, I had to quit out of something real quick. Alright, now we're here. Starting off, I'm going to say that this ship is easier than the Zanny version on the servers. It looks easier, it plays easier, it is way more consistent, in my opinion. I'm going to be using the word "in my opinion" a lot for obvious reasons. So far, this ball looks like the same as the version on the servers. Oh, actually, no, there's supposed to be a spike right there. That makes this ball at least a little bit easier, unless there's some buff. Okay, so, verdict on the pre-drop. First cube, same thing. Who the hell cares? It's the first cube, whatever. Okay, going into ship. Ship is easier to read, easier decoration, easier gameplay in general, I think. The movements, overall, in terms of difficulty, it looks way easier. Next, we have the ball, which the ball is also easier than the Zanny version. It was missing a few spikes in some hard places. Don't get me wrong, the ball's still pretty hard, but it was not much of a challenge, honestly. So pre-drop is a good bit easier than... No, not a good bit. A little bit easier than the Zanny version that is currently top 3 on the servers. So there you go for that. That's the pre-drop. Alright, and we're back. Moving on to the first wave. Here we go. This is a big thing. This is... The first wave, someone actually said that the first wave is, I think, a top 50 challenge by itself. I'm going to let people think what they want to think. Anyway, let's get into it. Maybe, who knows, maybe it's going to be impossible. Pretty simple. That part's easy. I don't understand what people think that one space gap is hard. I think it is hard, but I'm also pretty used to playing the Minecrafted version, which had that, and even worse, it was tighter, this first wave. That part, you gotta adjust into it a little bit. Nothing crazy. I'm not shitting myself. There we go. Anyway, next part. Wait, there's no spike there? What? There's no... Oh, there's not even a spike there? Okay, that part's free. This part's also free. This is easier. Alright, this part. Ooh, this is completely different. My muscle memory might be screwed up, actually, with this, so... Alright, that's pretty hard. That's a hard click. Damn, this is a bad practice run right now, but again, I'm just warming up. I haven't got on yet today, besides this. Anyway, next part right here. Alright, then we got a little spam here. Pretty easy. Can't see the top though, that's annoying. That's a hard timing, but then we have this corridor. Is it hard? Not really, actually. It looks hard, but it is not that hard. Playing from, playing from, like an actual run. Anything buffed that's Sonic Wave related, this part's always impossible, I don't know why. Alright. So, verdict on the first wave. The first notable part is that, that little fake thing that is turned into a one space. That's easy. That's very consistent. I know this because I was playing on the Minecrafted version when I was pretty bad at the game, actually. Uh, and I was able to get past that quite a bit, like, consistently. I was getting past that, like, once every 2 attempts. Like, 1.5. So, yeah. Alright, next is the next notable thing. Everything else is sort of the same, a few buffs here and there. Except for that, like, micro-click. It's pretty hard, but again, I think it is very possible to get consistent at. I do think that is a very hard click, though. So I'll give it that. The dual wave is absolutely free. I don't know what they did with that, but it is very easy. And I haven't even learned it. It's a different click pattern. I could basically sight read it without even knowing where the spikes were. The roller coaster, also free. That's easier than the Zenny version, both of them. The part with all the saws, that's a little bit harder. It might just be because of muscle memory, but I think it's harder. So, yeah, that would be... And then, let's see, what else is there? Not much. That spam part, that part's easy. I think it's actually easier than the Zenny version. And then that last part's, like, the same. So, that's my verdict on that wave. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I also forgot to give my opinion. I forgot to give my, like, a genuine opinion on how hard it is. I think it's a little bit harder than the Zenny version. For me, it's only a little bit. I think for some other people, it'd be, like, a little, like, harder. Like, Tartarus difficulty type stuff. Okay, here we go. Second wave. So far, that's easy. That's not hard at all. Next is here. This looks pretty easy. That is easy. Yeah, okay. Next is here. No real buffs here. That's a buff. That might be a buff. I don't know. That's a little bit harder. The Minecrafted version actually has 2 of them. 2 of those small ones. That click looks pretty hard. Alright, yeah, here. Alright. That doesn't look too bad. Alright, this part. In the Zenny version, this is the hardest part. So far, these gaps are literally easier than the Zenny version. Let's see if that continues. Okay, now they're about as tight as the Zenny version. So this part's a little bit easier than the Zenny version. Verdict on the second wave. Okay. The first part was the same as Zenny version, maybe a little bit easier, because you can see no moving objects. The end of the duel, which is slightly buffed in most places. So that part's pretty hard. Next we have the slow mini wave. That part's just easier, because it's the same except for one gap is just blatantly easier, which is the first, like, corridor part. So that part is easier than the Zenny version. So we have everything being easier than the Zenny version, and then one part being harder. That makes it overall, I would say, about Zenny version difficulty, if we're balancing like that. Maybe, you know, I'll give it benefit of doubt. Maybe like 2% harder. I don't know. But from what I've seen, if we're doing balancing like that, most of it is easier and one part is harder. So I'm actually going to highball this and say it's the same. Alright. Alright, last wave. Let's go. Huh? Okay. So far, easy. Just from what I've seen. Again, I haven't even gotten to it. So, alright, that's a buff, I guess. Yeah, that's a buff. This part's harder. We got big spikes. Again, nothing too crazy. I've done this before. That part's like the same. That part's nerfed. That's just blatantly nerfed. This part's a little bit buffed, I think. Nowhere near Minecrafted version. Okay, last part. That looks pretty... that looks like the same to me. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, that seems like the same. Okay. There we go. Again, these are the attempts. I'm making a video on this. I'm not, you know, going for it. Anyway. So, that is the last wave. I'm gonna give my opinion. Overall, it's harder. Some certain parts were easier. There was one part that was mega nerfed. That will downgrade the difficulty a lot. The rest was buffed. So I would say this would be a little bit harder than Tartarus difficulty. Alright, hey guys. It's me on a bigger screen. Excuse my face. I'm not looking great right now, but that's not why I'm here. Anyway, so the level, right? I would say, starting off with the pre-drop is easier than the Zandy version. So, that's it. Everything is easier. That's literally it. So, anyway, next we're getting on to the first wave. The first wave, I'm going to say, is just above Tartarus difficulty. Just above. Overall, got some... I'm going to say this about everything. It had some hard parts, it had some easy parts. They balance each other out. Overall, I think the hard parts outweighed them a little bit, which means a little bit harder than Tartarus for me. I'm trying to accommodate for people that aren't quite as good at this level, because I'm not an amazing player. I'm a pretty good player. I'm not amazing. I'm pretty good at this level. But yeah. Anyway, so going on to the second wave, I'm going to say the same thing. I think that it is just above Tartarus. I think top 1 difficulty by just a little bit. Yeah. Alright, last wave. Guess what I'm going to say? Just above Tartarus. So, put them all together. What does that leave you? Just above Tartarus. That's where I'm putting this level at, my opinion. I think that this level is just barely breaches Tartarus for top 1. The reason I'm saying this is because I think, like what I said before, it's got some hard parts, got some nerfed parts. Overall, there are more hard parts than there are nerfed parts. There's still quite a bit of nerfed parts, but that outweighs it. Simple as that. And yeah, that's about all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, this took a while to edit, actually, because I didn't even do anything fancy. I just copy and pasted stuff. I'm not editing this part. This is just going to be me talking at you guys. If you want to finish this, thank you, because I know it's not amazing, but anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking by if you did. If you didn't, hi, I'm waving to no one. What's up? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Some people said this was harder than AOD, and it's not even close, in my opinion. Anyway, see you guys. Thanks.